We're rolling.
Oh, hi! Hey guys, welcome to this first video in a new series on how to improvise. Because most lessons on improvising are all about the melodic content, we're gonna flip it around and we're gonna start with the rhythmic content, which is equally as important. Jorre is gonna walk you through and analyze a solo by Paul Desmond on the tune Bossa Nova USA, which is one of the latest uploads on our channel. And later on he will give you some practical exercises for you to implement it. So let's dive in.
So welcome to this first how to improvise tutorial, and we will start with how to use abstract rhythmic concepts into your playing. We will take a Paul Desmond solo for it that suits this tutorial very well because Paul Desmond uses a lot of these rhythmical concepts. The first thing you can do is tape the transcription to your wall, like every sheet next to each other, so you get a very nice overview of it. Also, all the lines are divided in 4 bars each. Even better is to put one chorus in the upper line, so you will have to cut a bit into the sheet and glue it back together. But if the first chorus was the complete first line, the second chorus the complete second line, and so on. So there are 2 patterns that stand out here, and the first one is here, this syncopated line, ba ba bam, and he does exactly the same here, ba ba bam, and he extends on this syncopated line quite a few bars here. The second one he introduces here, and that's bam bam bam, and then you can see him use it bam bam and then 2 8s, but that's kind of the same. Here he repeats the same. But before we continue, first let's give both rhythms their own color with a nice marker. So now we marked everything into their own section, like this is the first pattern and this colors the other pattern. There are also a few variations on it, so I didn't mark everything, I just marked what was the most clear for now. So let's not get through the whole solo, it's a bit much. So let's get to this part where it's very obvious that he uses this one rhythmical pattern. Let's first maybe have a listen from this section on and follow this rhythmically. So what's interesting about this is that he uses this rhythmical pattern, which is bam, 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 or sometimes also on the 4th beat he uses 2 8 notes as a variation, but the rhythmical statement stays the same. This one works very well because this is exactly what the drum is playing. Down, down, down. So we can see here that he first uses it in 2-bar forms, like question answer. So first statement answer, statement answer, and then from here he extends the phrase to a 4-bar phrase where he starts off with this rhythmical pattern. Like we mentioned in this tutorial on the outside playing, when you have a clear structure, whether it is harmonically or rhythmically, in this case rhythmically, you can be free in the other section. So you can notice that Paul Desmond starts to play even quite outside notes or extensions to the chords. Here he lands on the sharp 11, and there he lands on the flat 9 of this F7 chord. So he plays quite outside notes on heavy beats here, but they seem to all make sense because he has this very clear rhythmical approach. So of course there are also little variations on both rhythms. Like for example, here in bar 17, the first two notes fall exactly in the same place, but here he syncopated it, and here he plays it on the fourth beat. So it's rather a variation on that rhythm than always an exact copy. And for me personally, I really dig this line here in bar 33, where he starts with this rhythmical pattern. He also combines it with a melodical pattern that he narrows down here in second section. So look at the notes for the melodical content, but it's melodical plus rhythmical concept over there. So a final thing to notice, which is really interesting, is that in the broader sense of this solo, Paul Desmond uses those same patterns on the pedal points, on pedal point 2 and pedal point 3 here. So you can see that bar 2 is exactly the same, those notes fall into the same place, and also his last note of this phrase falls into the same rhythmical place. So this is all nice and well, but how can you actually use this rhythmical content to incorporate into your own playing? Well, you can do like I did. I made a rhythmical template out of it. So this is the rhythmical template, and you can improvise at these spots, of course, and you can improvise your own notes on these spots, but you take the same rhythmical phrases. Everywhere where I wrote the rhythmical phrase, you will have to fill in that rhythm with your own melodic content. The patrons will get this template without the nice colors, but this template on Patreon with we have 3 different play along tracks at 3 different tempos. The original, which is 210 BPM, 160 BPM and 120 BPM. You also can get the complete package for these play-alongs and this rhythmical template on our website. We will put a link below in the description of this video. So let me give you a small example of what that means using this rhythmical concept. Let's get to it. So let me play one chorus to give you an example with the play along we made at 210 BPM, and it has 2 bars in advance because it starts with a beat.
Thanks for watching, we hope you got something out of it. Is this something a teacher or someone already showed you before? Because it's in our experience that there's a lot of focus on the melodic content and not really on the rhythmical aspect of improvising. So let us know in the comments below, and see you next time.